Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, an Austrian composer, was born on January 27, 1756, in Salzburg. From an early age, Mozart displayed extraordinary musical talent. His father, Leopold Mozart, who was also a composer and violinist, recognized his son's potential and nurtured it meticulously. By the age of 5, Mozart was already composing small pieces of music, and by the age of 6, he was performing before European royalty. His early years were filled with extensive tours across Europe, where he was showcased as a child prodigy. One of the most memorable instances of his childhood occurred when he visited the court at Vienna, where the young Mozart leapt onto Empress Maria Theresa's lap and gave her a kiss. As a young boy, Mozart's life was far from ordinary. His family frequently traveled, seeking opportunities to display his musical abilities. However, these travels were not without perils. During one trip to Italy, he fell seriously ill, a reminder of the fragility of his young life. Yet, he soldiered on, driven by an inner fire and a love for music. By his teenage years, Mozart was already a seasoned composer and performer. His exposure to different cultural influences across Europe enriched his musical repertoire. It was in Italy that Mozart composed Mitridate, Re di Ponto, an opera that gained him great acclaim. But not everything was smooth sailing for Mozart. Despite his prodigious talents, he struggled with financial instability. Court musicianship did not pay well, and he often found himself at odds with the aristocracy, who did not understand his genius. Perhaps the most dramatic turn in Mozart's career came in 1781, when he quarreled with his employer, the Archbishop of Salzburg. Tired of being treated like a servant, Mozart made the bold and risky decision to move to Vienna as a freelance composer. Vienna was both a land of opportunity and a treacherous minefield for Mozart. While he composed some of his most famous works, including The Marriage of Figaro and Don Giovanni, he also faced stiff competition and had to navigate the fickle tastes of the Viennese public. He found a patron in Emperor Joseph II, but the relationship was often rocky. His marriage to Constanze Weber in 1782 marked another significant chapter in his life. The couple faced many hardships, including the deaths of several of their children, but they also shared a deep love for one another. It was a relationship filled with both joy and sorrow, reflective of Mozart's tumultuous career. The final years of Mozart's life were a whirlwind of creativity and emotion. One of the greatest masterpieces of this period was The Magic Flute, an opera that combined whimsical, folk-like tunes with profound themes. Just as he was reaching new heights of musical innovation, Mozart's health began to decline. In his last year, 1791, Mozart composed the Requiem in D minor, a hauntingly beautiful piece enveloped in mystery. He was bedridden, frail, and under financial strain. Rumors circulated that he was poisoned, though historical evidence suggests he likely died from a combination of rheumatic fever and other illnesses. On December 5, 1791, Mozart passed away at the age of 35. He was buried in a common grave with little ceremony, a stark contrast to the magnificent legacy he left behind. Today, Mozart is celebrated as one of the greatest composers in Western music history. His life, though short, was filled with stunning achievements and dramatic turns that reveal both the brilliance and vulnerability of this musical genius. His compositions continue to captivate audiences around the world, ensuring that the story of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart will resonate through the ages.